Hello. All right. So we are jumping back in 2023 with monthly meetings. And instead of just calling them monthly meetings, we're going on the track of focus because I completely stole that from the Scentsy World Tour branding topic for I don't know what are we calling it. So I'm going to go with focus this year in 2023. I think it's good. Um, Obviously it's Scentsy approved and they thought it was good enough to put on training. So once a month we will be having a leadership focus, a different topic each month. But regardless if you have a team or not, you still, I would encourage you to show up for these calls, because if you are working this business to be a business income, then you need to have that mindset going forward. You need to have the mindset of this is a business and I will be a leader. Even if you're not yet, you will be, because that's what you need to do in order to have that business income. Okay. So this month in February, so our topic is going to be create your plan. Um, Obviously, I love to plan, but I will tell you here and now, planning literally is the glue to my business. If I did not plan what I'm going to do in my business, I would literally get nowhere. I wouldn't be making sales. I wouldn't be having conversations with people about the opportunity. Um, I wouldn't have repeat customers. None of the business cycle, PRV cycle would even happen, because without a plan, you really aren't going anywhere. You can't move forward without that plan. So what we're going to do as we talk about a plan is we're going to really look at our big picture goal, right? So a lot of us, when we think of like a new year or even a new month, sometimes your goal is a pretty lofty one. Like a lot of people will say, oh, my goal is to hit director. I want to be a director. Or my goal is to have or make $2,000 in income every single month. That would make me happy. That's my goal. That's what I want. Those are all big, great, amazing goals to have. I always say that your goals should be big and scary and force you outside of that comfort zone, because you need that internal motivation to do that. But on the flip side of that coin, with a big, big, powerful goal like that, it gets really easy to lose sight of the little things that are going to get you to that goal. So when you make your big goals, you want to have that big goal out there, that big, scary, scary goal. But what you want to do is you want to like pare it down, right? So we want to bring that down into manageable pieces. And for me, the way that I'm able to do that is to really take it month by month. Now, taking it month by month helps me to chunk out pieces of that big, scary goal. Obviously, my big, scary goal, my ultimate goal, right, is to promote to a superstar director. I have a lot of steps to get to that point, right? I can't just have that goal and be like, oh, next month I'm going to work really hard and I'm sure I'll get it. No, there's a lot of things that have to happen to get to that goal, right? And so each month, if I bring little manageable pieces down, then for one, that big scary goal is always going to be there. But every single thing that I'm doing every single month is going to be intentional, and it's going to propel me towards that big scary goal. And when you're breaking it down into those short term or smaller pieces of the goal, then it kind of takes a little bit of the scary out of the goal, because it just makes it seem more attainable, reachable, more realistic, right? Like we want our goals to really empower us. And if we do get too scared about our goals, then that means we need to break it down a little bit, okay? So, create a roadmap for your goal. All right. You want to start thinking about these things. Smaller pieces, again, are going to allow you to refine your focus, really narrow down. At World Tour, obviously the overall theme was lookout, right? So it's like this binocular type of of a metaphor that we're using, right? So we want to really narrow down the eye set on our binoculars, right? Because if we're able to really focus in on the things that are going to be easier for us to work on month by month by month by month, that's going to make that big scary goal, it's just going to inch us further there. So how do we do this, right? First of all, you need to determine what your goal is. So maybe it's not a promotion, right? Maybe it's not that title. Maybe what it is, I would just like to get to the point to where I'm making an extra $600 a month, just having a Scentsy business. That's a goal, right? And I tell people all the time when I have a conversation about the opportunity, and I say, what would $600 a month do for you? If Scentsy could bring you $600 a month, every single month, what difference would that make for you and your family, or you and your loved ones, or your situation that you're in right now? What would that do for you? And a lot of the people will tell me, oh my gosh, that would, help me make my rent payment, or that would help us put a down payment. We want to be able to buy a house, or we've got a baby on the way, right? This is the greatest thing that is with Scentsy, is that we can have those big goals, like I want to be a superstar director, but at the same time, every single month, we can help ourselves and our families by bringing in that income. That income, for a lot of us, is why we're working this as a business. Because I don't know about you guys, but I rely on my Scentsy income every single month. And I will tell you that there have been months where Scentsy has been the only income in my household. That's scary. You want to talk about scary? That was scary. Scary. So all of that can be scary, but at the same time, if I didn't have that Scentsy business there, I don't even know what we would have done. Honestly, I really don't. So think of all of the opportunities that this business can give you. So determine what that goal is for you, okay? You need to keep your goal time-based, creating monthly end dates. So again, like I said, I really like to have that big goal, right? But every month, I'm going to challenge myself to be able to make it to that goal, right? So my personal goal every single month to be able to get to the point of getting to superstar director is I want to have at least 2,000 PRV. I want to sponsor at least 3 new people every single month. And I want to have at least 4 parties a month. That's my personal monthly goal every single month. Now, do I hit all of those goals every single month? Not every single month. But that also doesn't mean that I don't try again next month, right? I don't give up on the entire goal. Because every single month, if you are focused on this month, this is what I want to accomplish, then all of the things that you're going to be working towards are going to be very intentional, right? So if that goal, maybe your goal for you is just something you want to hit 500 PRV so you can be paid a title. You want to hit that, right? If you are able to put habits into place and start doing things that are going to be intentional to get you that 500 PRV, that's going to make things a lot easier for you next month. Because for one, you're going to have customers that you can follow up with, right? For two, you're also going to be able to develop new communication, new relationships, maybe with customers. And these may be conversations that you're having with customers who don't actually buy this month. I'm going to tell you right here and now and be very completely honest with you. Every customer I call, or every customer I text, or every customer I talk to every single month, not every single one of them buys. Okay. But that doesn't mean that next month I don't contact them again when we've got a new special, or especially next month, right? We've got a brand new catalog dropping. Okay. So it doesn't mean that just because they're not buying from me now, that they're not going to maybe next month or the month after that. They're still in my circle and I'm still building a relationship with them, because if you start to look at your customers as more than customers, if you start to look at them as relationships and connections that you're building, then when they do say, oh no, I don't have the extra money this month to buy any Scentsy, or no, I'm stocked up, girl. I'm cool. I don't need any more wax or anything right now. I'm good. Okay, great. By the way, how are the kids? Oh my gosh, I saw that cute picture you posted of the dog the other day. That video was hilarious. I showed it to my daughter. She absolutely cracked up. Building those little relationships, having those touch points every single month because you've got an intentional goal, right? Again, you may not be making a sale, they may not be joining your team, but over time, the more and more and more that you're building those relationships with, you're solidifying those relationships. And I know that you've heard it from myself and many, many others, right? The like, know, and trust factor, it is real. And being able to invest in building relationships and bonds and everything else with your customers is just going to get you closer to that point. That should be your ultimate goal when it comes to having conversations with customers. Because I know that I have talked to lots of team members over the years, right? And people will tell me, oh, I don't know, it just feels so awkward. And I'm like asking them all the time. Okay, then you're not building a relationship. Because if you're building a relationship, then that automatically gives you something to talk about with them. It's not always about a sale. It's touching base. It's following up. It's, again, oh my gosh, I saw that your niece is getting married. Oh my gosh, those engagement pictures. Fabulous, right? Don't make it all about the sale. Don't make it all about the opportunity. It's not an all or nothing deal. So build those things time after time. Having those monthly end dates, like I said, it's going to create those little habits. So every single month when you're working towards a certain PRV, or you're working to sponsor, or you're working on, just if you've got team members, working on helping them get active, whatever it is that is your goal for that month, you're going to go through those same routines. You're going to have those same conversations. Every goal needs to require an action from you. So you have to really determine what actions are needed. So if it's a PRV goal, the actions needed would be, you're going to have some conversations, right? You're going to have to really reach out and maybe try, if you're not having parties, looking to book parties. Guys, I'm going to tell you right now that parties are not, they just keep evolving over time. When I very first started, okay, a little over 11 years ago, when I very first started Scentsy, the only party that you had was an in-home party. That was it. We didn't have Facebook parties. We didn't do that. We didn't do text parties, scrolling parties, all the bag parties, pouch parties. We didn't do that. It was literally, you either booked a home party or you had people come to your house and you had a party. That was it. And for me, I will tell you, I got very discouraged because I was like, okay, first of all, my customers who live locally, who want to buy from me, they do not have time, nor do they really want to do that in-home party. It's not their bag. And honestly, it wasn't mine either, because I was working during the day. My husband was working overnight. We had one vehicle. Madison, who's 13 now, she was like 2.5 then, right? 2.5. I didn't have babysitting. I couldn't go and do home parties. And so I was like, well, now what do I do? So I really had to look outside of the home party box to see what's going to work for me. Because here's the reality, is that what works for one person is not going to work for you or the other person. What may work for your sponsor may not ever be something that's going to work for you. So don't put yourself in a box. Look for different ways that you can create parties. We've evolved so much, right? We have shopping links. I will tell you right here, right now, my customers absolutely love a shopping link. And at the end of the day, is that really a whole lot of work on my end? It really is not. I'll tell you right now, because I go on my workstation, I create the party, right? I create that party link. And then what do? Then I'm telling them, here's your link. You want to share this out. We can keep it open for up to 90 days. Okay. So it kind of takes a little bit of pressure off of that host. And having that open link, it's just a little different. It doesn't have the ring of, Do you want to host a party? Right? It's here's a shopping link, because any order that gets attached to your shopping link, you're going to be able to get the rewards from it. Share it with your friends, post it on Facebook, send it in a Snapchat, right? That's really an easy way. And if you look across social media today, like honestly, if you pull up your Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok, if you open up any of these apps right now, what are you going to see? You're going to see people talking about products. People are sharing, oh my gosh, here's my latest Amazon find. Do you know how many things I've purchased off of Amazon because I saw it in an Instagram or a TikTok? Okay, it's ridiculous. Now, why am I not doing that with my Scentsy, right? That's what I had to ask myself. Why am I not doing the same thing? Because here's the thing. We sell things that smell good. We're not selling cars. We're not selling houses. We're not selling complicated things. We are selling things that make lives smell better. And most people we know are doing laundry or cleaning the house or drive a car or have a dog or a cat. I don't know. My cats have no desire to have anything to do with the pet line, but maybe yours do, and maybe your customers do, okay? My cats want nothing to do with it. But the dog, even he's not a big fan of the deodorizing spray, but I will tell you, I get him with it. Okay, it works. It works. But the point is we have such a wide base of products that it's really going to fit with people. And again, not everybody's going to buy every single month, and that is okay. Because your intention, remember, is to build that relationship. So as you're building that relationship, as you're getting to know them, you may find out, oh my gosh, they've got a new grandbaby on the way. Oh my gosh, they really love Beauty and the Beast. Oh my gosh, they're a huge Harry Potter fan. Look, they were posting about how they were doing a binge fest with the family over the weekend, watching all the Harry Potter movies, right? Have y'all seen our new catalog? Harry Potter is in the catalog, friends. So when we're connecting with those customers, that's what we're going to be talking about. So it's going to help you in your marketing because you're going to be able to target more with your customers and go, okay, this person over here just had a new baby. Maybe they would like a Scentsy buddy. Maybe that would be something they would be interested in. This person over here just bought a new house. Oh my goodness, I guarantee you a new warmer. They would be very excited. So let's see, what is their style? Do they like boho? Are they more modern, right? What could I pick out that would be really good for them, that if I showed them this, they'd be like, oh my gosh, that would be perfect. That's how we want our marketing to go, okay? So making a plan, brainstorming how you're going to have those conversations, really looking at that and seeing, what can I do to build on that relationship, to build on that connection? If you get stuck, that's when you need to plug yourself into resources. And I will tell you right here and now, I've seen it time and time and time again, where consultants come to me and they say, oh my gosh, I've tried everything. I've tried the Facebook party, nobody wants it. I've tried doing a bag party, nobody wants it. I tried fundraisers, nobody's interested. I reached out to realtors, nobody wants any. I tried the whole thing, right? I've heard it all. All right. Well, I guarantee you there is something you probably have not tried. And when you get to that point, that's when you need to be reaching out to your sponsor, when you need to be pulling into your resources, the workstation. You look on YouTube anywhere, really, okay? Reach out into those Facebook groups. What are other people doing? Look for the things that other people are doing and do not copy, but look for inspiration. How can I take that and make that me, or make it work for me, right? Maybe a shopping link, your customers are just not interested at all in that, right? Maybe they're interested in something different. Who knows? Maybe they go to a lot of baseball games or activities with the kids. And if you were to say, hey, if I send you like in the mail a pouch of some different felt samples and a couple product lists that we've got right now, and you know what, I've got like half a thing. Oh, who doesn't? Okay. Who doesn't have like half a thing of like hand cream sitting around? If I were to just throw this into a bag and mail this out to you, would you like share that? when you go out and carry it around with you. And, if you collect orders, if you get, if you get some orders, then that'll just give you half price and free Scentsy. Would you like to try? Those are the ways that you can work around things, right? So look for different ways to do things. Another thing when you're determining your goal and you're working through this is to really give yourself a to-do list. And maybe you're somebody who is not a list maker, and that's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So maybe it looks like a post-it note. It can look like a post-it note too. It can look like the Notes app on your phone. It can look like your Google Calendar, whatever it is that you use. Okay? So make to-do lists for yourself for throughout the week. Because remember, we've normally have 4 weeks in a month, right? So you've got 4 weeks to be able to hit that monthly goal. What are those intentional things that you can do? And if you start making a habit of, I'm going to contact 10 people in a week, 10 people over 7 days. Don't tell me that you can't do it, because I see people on Facebook posting just gibberish all day long, or on Instagram or Snapchat or all the things, right? We see it all. So don't say you don't look at your phone. We all know we do. Okay. I know even throughout the day at work, even though I'm in a busy surgery department, right? Even when I'm in between things, I am pulling out my phone and I'm at least looking through my emails and trying to at least go through my emails real quick. Maybe if I'm lucky, I'm able to return a couple messages. We can all squeeze it in, right? So you can find ways to have 10 conversations every single week. They don't have to be full on 30-minute long conversations. It can be a simple text, a message, or a Snapchat. And I will tell you right now that one of the things that I love to do, especially with my repeat customers, okay, is I will get on Snapchat. I will find whatever silly, ridiculous filter they have right now. Usually it's something with a funny voice changer. And I will just do this funny thing and I will say, oh my gosh, I made samples of, well, like last night. Today I did 2 Snapchats like this. I made felt samples of pink coconut, which is the scent of the month this month, right? And I just made a two quick, ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous Snapchat filters. One was it my thumb? One's like a thumb filter. I don't know. Literally ridiculous. And I said, okay, I made samples of this new scent. That's the new scent of the month. I think you're going to love it. I'm going to drop it in the mail to you. Do you like pink coconuts? And do you know how many people just responded back with like a laughing emoji? Okay, they both did. Now, for one, okay, they didn't say, oh my gosh, Jacqui, I want to buy, right? No. But what did I do? I started a little bit of a conversation, a little bit of a connection with them. So what are they doing right now? Even though it's just the end of the day. I guarantee you they're already thinking about, when is that sample going to get to me? I gotta make sure I check my mail this week. Oh my gosh, send something out this week. I want to make sure I check my mail. It's building a little bit of excitement. What am I sending? A felt sample, for goodness sake, right? A felt sample, a product list, because I'm trying to get rid of the ones that I've got, right? Because it's the end of the catalog, okay? And a little flyer that's going in it. One stamp and out the door to those 2 people that I talked to today. Maybe they love it, maybe they don't. But maybe when they get it and they see the little flyer that I also tell them, hey, this discontinued list, everything is up to 30% off this month. Hey, those scents that I listed, these guys are leaving. So if you have your Scentsy Club or don't have one, you need to make one. If these are your favorites, you need to save them. They're going to be thinking about that. All right, so what do we do? So we need to lean into our systems. I'm going to tell you right here and now, I am busy. Going back to work is no joke. I honestly, as I look back at it though, I will tell you, I will be honest, I did find myself in a little bit of a funk. As much as I love doing Scentsy full time, not going to lie. There were many, many days where I would find myself just kind of puttering around, not really doing much. Sometimes it would just be, you know what, I'm just going to stay in bed today. And I literally just got into that funk just that lazy funk of, okay, well, yeah, I know I got to do that and I'll do that later, but maybe I'll just find something to binge watch on Netflix for a while. It's easy to do. Going back to work, as much as it keeps me extremely busy, I will tell you that it also is making me more intentional with the time I have in my business now, again. And that is what got me to director, friends. I didn't do Scentsy full time to hit director. I worked my buttocks off. And that was at my last hospital. And I was working at least 50 or more hours a week because I was bringing a laptop home every night. And you can guarantee I was sitting there doing spreadsheets till all hours of the night and then trying to work my Scentsy business and all the things, right? So the time that I did have to work my Scentsy was very intentional. I made a plan. All right, on Mondays, that's going to be my follow-up day. So on Mondays, I'm just going to make a list of like 10 or 15 people, and I'm going to follow up with them. Some of them look like texts. They might look like emails. It might look like Facebook messages. It doesn't matter what it looks like. It's just following up, right? On Tuesdays, okay, that's the day that I'm going to work with my team. On Wednesdays, that's the day that I'm going to have talks with people who are interested in joining Scentsy, right? So I'm going to have those kinds of conversations. Anything that I do on a Wednesday is really going to focus on building my team, having someone join or rejoin their business, right? Reinstatements. I love reinstatements when they come back to Scentsy because they kind of already know the business, right? They're just ready to jump back in. They kind of make it really easy, and that's great. But you really have to be intentional with your time. So regardless if you've got 5 minutes, regardless if you've got 5 hours, it's all about how intentional you are with that time that you have. And if you're intentional with it, and if you set a plan for it, then 5 minutes can make a big difference in your business. Trust me. Systems are the way that are going to get you to that consistent habit, okay? Because at the end of the day, that's what a system is. It's just a habit that you do consistently. That's a system. So maybe for some of you, it is text, or maybe you've tried Project Broadcast. Maybe it's emailing. Maybe it's Facebook Messenger. Who knows what that looks like for you? But that's what your systems are. And you just have to figure out what's going to work best for you. I've tried everything under the sun, honestly. I've had index cards that were my follow-up system. I've done all the different programs. I've tried those. I've done spreadsheets. I still use Trello, but Trello I really leaned into for my follow-up system for a while. All of these different things, right? And I think honestly, you really just have to keep trying until you find something that just works for you. And I will tell you at the end of the day, it really comes down to, honest to goodness, it is my Google Calendar. As silly and as simple as that may sound, right? Because my Google Calendar, I can set it to alert me. So even if I'm running around, and even if I'm running around the house cleaning or cooking or folding the laundry, right? My watch is going to buzz when it's time for whatever it is that I needed to do, or maybe there's a training I want to get on or that I'm going to do, right? Whatever it is. It's something that's going to remind me, and it's free. I don't pay a dime for Google Calendar, okay? Don't pay a dime. The point is, find what's going to work for you. Maybe it's a to-do list, right? I've even got one of those books, and I will tell you, as fun as I thought the book was going to be, I really am not using it as much as I should, okay? This is a list, and it's just a to-do list that you do for every day, right? Look, I've got a to-do list here. I haven't checked a single thing off of this to-do list. So obviously this to-do list is not working, okay? So that's what I mean. We have to try different things that are going to work. So when you find those little things that you're like, oh, that helps me remember, or oh, that, every time I know to look for that book if that's what's working for you, okay? So lean into those things. You can also find your tools, your resources, right? The Facebook groups, okay? That's why we have these. YouTube, hello, YouTube, right? You can literally YouTube anything you want to find out about your Scentsy business. I can't even tell you how many YouTubes are out there now about Scentsy, but there's a bunch, okay? Find the ones that you connect with, subscribe to their channels, and follow them. Unless they don't put out content a whole lot, then I probably wouldn't subscribe. But you know what I mean, right? So find the people that you connect with who are consistently sharing, and then figure out, how can I learn best from them? Your workstation, okay? There's the training center for those of us who work during the day. Okay, I don't know about you guys, but I now miss the Tuesday all consultant training calls. Now, some of them are topics that right now in my season of my business may not all be something that I'm like, oh, I need to go back and watch that. But I will tell you that even on the weekends, when I do have some downtime, I will pull the one up from the week. And even if I go through it and I'm like, oh, okay, I've kind of heard this, or this one really isn't speaking to me, I'll at least still fast forward through it just to see if there is any information I can get out of it. But a lot of times, those training calls have a lot of great information, and it also helps to remind me, because it also will tell you like what's going on this month, right? All the different things. Guys, we got a lot of different things happening every single month. So look for those resources, and when in doubt, when you've exhausted those, or you're like, I can't figure it out right now, that's when you reach out to your sponsor and you say, okay, this is what I've done. This is what I've tried. I need a little bit of help here because I'm just stuck. That's what your sponsor is there for, okay? And if you can't get with your sponsor, maybe you don't have that great a relationship with your sponsor. I get it. I didn't with mine either. Still don't to this day, okay? But you have other people, especially here in this group and in the Bliss group. We have amazing people who are here to help you regardless of who your upline is or who they aren't. You have people you can reach out to. Those are your tools. All right, so your call to action. We're going to bring this to life, okay? Remember, we started out with our big, scary goal. We're breaking it down into monthly segments, right, to get us to that big goal. We are leaning into our systems. We're making a plan. Even if we only have 5 minutes a day, right, we're going to make those 5 minutes count, whatever it is. We're going to bring it to life. So what I want and encourage you guys to do over the course of the rest of this month, so make February your starting month, right? Starting today, February 6th. You're going to start here, go to February 28th, because that's the last day of the month, okay? So we're going to go to February 28th, and you're going to write down your weekly and your monthly goals. What do you want to accomplish for the end of every week, for the rest of the month, and what do you want to accomplish by the end of the month? Okay, maybe it's PRV, maybe it's sponsoring a new team member, maybe it's a promotion, maybe you're close, maybe you're working on Sensational Start. Wherever you are, right, figure out what that goal is. And then what I'm going to encourage you to do is to not only continue to look at that throughout the month, because I myself was the victim of this. And as you can tell by my lovely to-do list that had nothing checked off, I'm really good at writing things down and not going back to them. So what I want you to do to try to avoid that from happening, to put in your little fail safe, is I want you to reach out and find an accountability partner. Maybe it's someone on your team. Maybe it's somebody that you have talked to in the Facebook groups, or maybe you just know another consultant. Maybe it's your best friend. Maybe it's your spouse. Maybe it's your sister, your brother, whoever it is that you're close to, right? And say, here's the deal. I've got my Scentsy business going, and I'm really trying this month to make my goal happen, and this is my goal, and so I need to do things every single week. So would you do me a favor? Every Friday night, would you text me and say, have you completed that goal yet for the week? I guarantee you there is one person in your life, and if not, reach out within the groups. There is one person who would do that for you. You're not asking them to buy. You're not asking them to take a bag party. You're not asking them to buy you a new Tesla. You're not doing any of that. All you're saying is, hey, This is what I want done at the end of the week, and I need somebody to hold me accountable. Will you send me a text and say, did you get your asking gear this week, Jacqui? I need that. I'm not gonna lie, I need that. So find that person, okay? You can do this. This is how we are going to get to the next level in our businesses. This is the way that we are going to do it, by being intentional with the things that we're doing. I said this at World Tour, and I will say it again tonight as I close this up. We play the comparison game far too much in our Scentsy businesses. Even myself, I'm guilty of this. Of scrolling through Instagram or on Facebook and seeing the beautiful pictures or seeing the great, selfie. How did they get it? The lighting so perfect, and oh, it just looks so amazing, and my camera sucked, whatever it is, right? Okay. We have to cut out the comparison game. We have to. Because at the end of the day, all that comparison is doing is it is literally cutting down our own self-confidence. Because whether or not you think you're doing it or not, you are literally telling yourself they're better than I am. Here's the thing. Nobody is better than someone else, okay? Every single month in this business, it is you against you. It is not you against that other consultant. It's not you against that person over there. It is you against you. Now, it is really great to look out there again for inspiration, maybe to get some ideas and go, oh my gosh, that was such a cute picture. Maybe I can recreate that, okay? Look for those ways. Keep it inspiring. Don't let comparison creep in, because all comparison is going to do is, again, make you feel less than. It's going to make you step back and go, oh, not as good as I thought I was. My pictures never look that good. Oh my gosh. Obviously, I'm not going to be that great of a consultant. They just always seem to have it together. Here's the secret, y'all. Instagram is a highlight reel. How many pictures do you see out there of just, hey, look at my kitchen floor? Okay? I'm being completely honest, right? If you see a picture of a kitchen floor, it's usually freshly mopped and there's no scratches in the linoleum, right? It's perfect. That's what you see. But let's be real. If I were to go take a picture of my kitchen floor right now, I would probably pass out. I'd be like, oh, crap, that's ridiculous. Where is my Swiffer? Okay? Because that's reality. So don't fall into the highlight reel. Don't let that take away from what you are wanting to accomplish in your business, because you have the power to make this business work for you. You have the power to be able to get a $600 or more paycheck out of Scentsy. And here's the thing, if you didn't know, I'm about to drop a really big bomb on you. You don't even have to have a team to have a $600 paycheck with Scentsy. All you have to do is sell 2,000 in PRV. That gives you a 5% bonus, which gives you 30% commission. 30% of 2,000 is $600. That's how you make a $600 paycheck or more with Scentsy in a month. So, does anybody want to get there? Do you want it? What could $600 a month extra do for you? Do for your family? Do for your kids, your parents, whoever it is that you're taking care of, right? Whatever it is that you want, Scentsy is the vehicle to get you there. So that's the plan that we're working towards. That is what we are focused on. Don't lose sight of that. I love you all. Remember, we are going to do these every single month. It will happen the first Monday of every single month. So it's going to be a different date, but just remember the first Monday. These will be recorded. They will go in the group. They will also go on my YouTube channel. So I know I personally have a handful of my own frontline who are not on Facebook, so they don't really see a whole lot of this stuff. That's why, that, and I just like to share everything I do. But that's why it also goes on my YouTube channel. It's just a really great source for people to go to. So if you're looking for that, that's where it will be. If you want to share this with your team members, feel free to do that. First of every month, on the very first Monday of every month, we will do a new focus. So I will see you guys later. Don't forget Tuesday trainings. We've got Tuesday trainings that will happen tomorrow. So another fun Tuesday training in store for you. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.